Today I want to tell you the biggest difference between American celebrities and Korean celebrities. So a long time ago, when I came back to Korea after not having been in Korea for 7 or 8 years or whatever, I came to Korea and there was just this one dude's face that I saw everywhere. Every advertisement, every billboard, every side of a bus, every subway station advertisement, this one dude's face was everywhere. And I'm gonna admit, I don't watch a lot of Korean television. I don't watch Korean dramas. I don't watch Korean movies so much. I've watched a couple. I guess I listen to a little bit of K-pop, but I'm generally out of that mix of celebrities. So I just saw this dude's face everywhere. Who the heck? I kept wondering, who the heck is this? And then one day I'm walking down the street with my Korean friend and I see that face again in some advertisement. And I asked my Korean friends, who the heck is this? He's everywhere. And my Korean friend kind of chuckles and he goes, that's Yu재석. He's like the most famous Korean person. And I was really shocked. Number one, as an ignorant foreigner. I think most foreigners think that Psy is the most famous Korean person because he's the one that got worldwide exposure. He's the Korean person that almost every foreigner knows about because of Gangnam Style. So I said, oh, this guy's okay. It makes sense. I see why he's on every advertisement, why he's on every poster. And I thought at the time he also told me that you guys sometimes call him Yunanim, which is funny because I guess Nim is the honorific to mean person I respect, and Nunim is the honorific for God. So it was really funny to me that this guy that I saw everywhere that's kind of like the face of Korea, you guys kind of refer to him as a god. And it's even funny when you guys say Yunanim, like some doctor is kind of like a god. And I think it's mostly for plastic surgeons as far as I know. So if you want to tell a little funny anecdote to some foreigner who's interested in Korean culture, because most foreigners who are interested in Korean culture, we know that Korea is a big spot for plastic surgery. It's famous for that. So when we hear about, oh, by the way, a really good plastic surgeon, we kind of call him like a god. And I know Korean people are doing it as a joke, but it's a little interesting tidbit for foreigners. But anyway, it was kind of shocking to me that this guy Yunanim Yujesok did, I call him, maybe in previous videos I've mentioned him, I'll call him Yunanim, and in future videos I call him Yunanim just because it's so funny to me. So anyway, it was shocking to me that Yunanim does all these advertisements. Because in America, it's the exact opposite. Big time celebrities in America do not do advertisements. Now let me get back to it. From my understanding, and I don't know a lot about the Korean side of this, basically when someone gets really famous, they do advertising because it proves that they're famous. Once you get to that level of being so famous that people will pay you to do advertising, it's like everyone thinks, wow, what a famous person. And it's like a good thing. Also, it's my understanding that Yunanim doesn't make most of his money from the television shows. He makes most of his money from advertising. So I guess those are the reasons why he does so much advertising. It has a similar feel to the way athletes endorse things in America, but I'll get to that a little later. But I want to get to why American celebrities don't do advertisements, really don't do advertisements at all, especially movie stars and TV stars too, but really movie stars. If you see a movie star doing advertisements, it really seems bad. Now, there's kind of two reasons. Number one, if a movie star does an advertisement, it seems like their career is over, or it seems like they mismanaged their money and they're stupid. I mean, if some really amazing movie star Brad Pitt does an advertisement, people will think, whoa, I thought he already had money. Why has he got to do this shitty commercial to make money? I guess he's not getting as many movie offers as he used to get. I guess he's getting too old. I guess his career is kind of over. And it kind of cheapens his brand. The most important thing for any movie to be successful, at least in America, but I think around the world, is to have really famous A-list celebrities. Let me explain that really quick. A-list celebrities like the most famous of the famous, super famous celebrities. B-list celebrities is kind of an insult for a celebrity that's no longer famous or never was famous, and you see him on the street and just kind of go do I know that guy? Did I meet him at a party? That's a B-list celebrity. But even B-list celebrities don't do advertisements because it's kind of cheap. Sometimes they do. But an up-and-coming actor, someone who hasn't had a real role, they have to do advertisements because they need money because they're starving. So the first reason a lot of American celebrities don't do commercials is because it's kind of a sign of them losing their popularity. And if they're losing their popularity, then a movie studio is not even going to want to pick them up for a movie because it seems like an unpopular person and they're not going to be able to sell the movie, which is the most important thing. That's their job. They're movie stars. They're supposed to be acting very well, but also making the movie profitable for the movie company. But the second reason, I think the more important reason, is that actors are supposed to be artists. Okay? And when an artist does something just for money, they seem like a sellout. Now, sellout is an English term we have for someone who kind of stops being true to themselves, stops being an artist for the sake of being an artist, and just wants money. Give me money, give me money. And I've said before, for Westerners, Americans, European people, the pursuit of money just for the sake of money is really looked down upon. It's really shitty. It's like, oh, gross. Like, I thought, don't you have any meaning in your life besides trying to get money? Don't you have any like grander goal in your existence than just trying to collect money? I mean, we understand there's a lot of people who just want money. I want money. Hey, everyone wants money, but this kind of like unabashed, unshy, just desire for give me money is just really looked down upon. I think in Korea it is to some extent too, or that kind of idea is coming up, but in Western society it's, I think, much more looked down upon. So if you hear about an actor like Brad Pitt and he's like, ooh, I'm gonna do a commercial, it looks like he's no longer an artist. It looks like he's just doing this for money. Like I said, Westerners are also a lot more romantic in our ideas. We want to think of an actor as doing it because he's an artist and he loves acting and he wants to bring a movie that he's proud of and is of high quality to the world. So an artist should be doing their art for the sake of the art. And if they do a commercial, they're clearly doing it for money. And it cheapens them as an artist. Now, I think here's a big difference that there is, because let me give you an example. In America, it's okay for athletes to endorse things. Okay, it's okay for athletes to sell shoes and athletic equipment because they are not artists. Yeah, they're playing basketball or they're playing football because they want to make money, and because they love to do it. But also, like, I mean, I guess we want to think of them as just athletes for the sake of being athletes, but also it's like, they need to make money. We understand that. There's a difference between an artist and an athlete. An artist should be doing it for the sake of art, and an athlete should be doing it because they love it, but also, they got to earn the money. I don't know, maybe that's a hypocrisy in the way we think, but we think athletes are okay to do this. And in a similar vein, maybe, I don't want to be mean, but nobody thinks of Yu재석 as an artist. Right? He doesn't do serious dramas. He kind of just goes on fun, silly television shows. I've seen Muhan Jondo or whatever the heck that movie. I've seen that a couple times, but it's just silly and having fun. He wouldn't be consider himself an artist. So I guess it kind of is okay for him to do. I mean, of course it's okay, but I mean, it kind of makes sense for him to do advertising because he doesn't need to appear as an artist. But what confuses me is that, so I mean, it's similar to athletes in America in that way, but what confuses me is, why does Yunanim advertise for English hagwons? It's so weird to me to have a celebrity advertise something that they're not an expert in. Like, is Yunanim particularly good at English? Does anyone know? If he is, and I'm just being foolish, please write that in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure he's not in any way extraordinary in English, and yet he's going like, you should go to this hagwon because I'm Yunanim. I have no connection with English or English teaching. I know nothing about it, but look, it's my face, so don't you want to go there? That seems very weird to me. Like, when an athlete sells something, it's usually like a sports shoe because he goes, I'm an athlete. I'm a professional and I need the best sports shoes, and this is the one I trust, so you should trust me because I'm an expert in this. Whereas Yunanim just says, hey, I'm super famous. I don't know shit about English. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. Basically, I don't know anything about English. I'm not particularly good at it, but hey, you should go to this hagwon. Seems very strange to me. But the real point I'm trying to get at is that, to me, this is just an interesting difference. That this is really a 100% opposite thought in Korea and in America, is that when you're a really big celebrity in Korea, the sign that you've really made it and the sign that you're kind of awesome is that you do a lot of advertisements. Whereas in America, the sign that you've really made it and you're really awesome is that you don't do any advertisements. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. If you love me or hate me, please hit the subscribe button. This video is not really controversial. So in that way, I'm a little ashamed. Not ashamed, but I feel like I should be bringing forth issues that are kind of controversial. But at the same time, I think it's pretty shocking. Whenever I've told my Korean friends this, they're like, wow, really? They don't realize, like, you'll never find an advertisement with Tom Hanks in it. It just ain't gonna happen. You'll never find an advertisement with Susan Sarandon in it. It ain't gonna happen. So I hope it's something new and enlightening to you. And if it is, please say so in the comments. Or if I said something wrong about Yunanin, please leave that in the comments. Or if there's anything you want to correct me about, because I don't really know the Korean side that much, please leave in the comments. Remember that these videos come out 7 p.m. every single Friday, except last Friday. And the most important thing, of course, is to have a super most awesome day.